I nearly uploaded a video that wasn't at all calm. The least calm yet. I think one of the problems with adults who have survived, as they put it, being abused in childhood is that we don't necessarily believe each other. Oh, why didn't you tell before you were 50-something? Well, tried to, no one would believe me, so I gave up. And I must admit, I see people who describe horrors that I have not seen, or don't remember having seen, such as butchered babies and cannibalized babies. And I see these people and I think, someone who witnessed that, and you were there, and it could have happened to you too, you seem to be far too together. I do, I'm guilty, I think that. You seem to be far too functional. You don't seem to have had any mental health consequences, which I would have thought were unavoidable if you'd seen that kind of thing. And then I read the same person, I am thinking about one specific person here, I must admit, saying that we choose our responses to our abuse. And at that point I blow my top. No, we don't. No, we absolutely do not. Paedophiles can certainly make the choice as to whether or not they rape a child. Even my father did have doubts on occasion about his behaviour. He definitely did. He told me not to bring a child into his house. The reason he gave, admittedly, was that he might get too fond of it, which was his way of saying he might abuse it. It was then an it, because I was pregnant, I didn't know what sex the child would be. Raping is a choice, you know. You don't, it's not an illness, it's a choice. You don't shove your penis into somebody else because you're ill. Sorry, that's a choice. But the illnesses that you get from having been abused are not a choice. I would never have chosen to get OCD. It ripped 5 years out of my youth, as did self-harm. And as I've said before, another 5 years were ripped away by anorexia and bulimia, and all of that peppered with suicide attempts. The suicide attempts were a choice, yes. I actually, it wasn't entirely that I found life completely unbearable, although I did. I thought the world would be better off without me, because that was what the world had demonstrated to me at that point. But I certainly didn't choose to be ill. That it was undoubtedly, those things were undoubtedly a response to childhood abuse, but they were not a choice. And I'm sorry, but I think if you escape childhood abuse completely undamaged, then you are one lucky sod.